When we saw Cynthia Erivo, we passed out.
I was
what the hell?
Crazy.
That was
like,
wild.
So the first message we got was for the Jonas Brothers, and I was like, oh my god, I'm actually away on holiday. Like, I'm in Japan. Like, how wouldn't this be funny if, you know, there was like a dance to this and there was like background singers? And then by the next day, Muna had commented on the video. And then I was like, oh, we should do a couple more. Yeah, from like the second or third one, it was just like, okay, you're part of this now.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello, hello.
Are you Chris or Christopher?
Either. It kind of...
You don't mind?
I don't mind either. Usually Christopher is my parents or my sister. Usually like, my immediate family call me Christopher.
Oh, okay.
So when you're getting told off? Or...
When I'm getting told off, yeah. But then it kind of, it is like what I use on stage. So like,
oh, yes,
that is, yeah. But
Okay.
but it does. I always feel like Chris and Christopher is like a very interchangeable net. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
either.
yeah.
Do you?
Whereas some people are like, no, I'm definitely
Yeah, that's
this or
what I was thinking,
definitely
Yeah.
Kate or
Yeah.
Katie. I'm always like, I really feel they're just the same name. But yeah,
not.
let's do Chris.
Okay, we'll do Chris.
Now we're friends.
Christopher Hort. No, just kidding.
Yeah. Christian. Yeah.
Welcome. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Do you want to do a little introduction of who you are? You can just like give your bio rather than us fucking it up.
I am a comedian, stand-up comedian, and content creator, podcaster as well.
Yeah.
I kind of forget that. Yeah, podcaster as well, an actor and kind of a dancer. Basically anything that people will pay me to do.
If you're giving me
I will
money,
do
I'll do it.
Yeah. What else you need?
OF?
Yeah. Not yet, but not no.
So we are really excited that you're here because I love all of your content, mainly your content and podcast.
Okay.
I don't see a lot of your stand-up online. Like, it's not really like there.
I do put some clips
Right.
online, but I feel what grew my following online were like my sketches and stuff. So like I've
yeah.
kind of like, I do like drop a few stand-up clips in.
Oh my god, yes, you did cat video, the pissed off cat or whatever.
Pissed off, yeah, the sort of bitchy
I
cat
forgot
as well.
about that. Yes, that was fun. Okay, carry on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. People love the cat, which I'm very grateful
pussy,
for.
they love the pussy,
People,
yeah.
people love the cat.
Yeah.
So and then yeah, sometimes then I'm like, oh, I'm doing a live show, and people sometimes actually think that it's going to be like a sketch show, or like sometimes they're like that,
Okay.
and it's like stand up, and they're like, oh, that really wasn't what I was expecting, but I liked it, and I was like, okay, good. But yeah, no, I don't put too many stand up clips up, only
Right.
because I was everyone's gotten really good at like bringing like a tripod and a camera and, like
Right.
filming their set, and I like always forget.
Oh no.
So I never really
Well,
have
you need
much.
to invite us. We'll do it for you.
Exactly, perfect.
Well,
You're
he'll do
doing
it
great,
because I'm
sweetie.
useless. Yeah. I'll just be sat there like funny.
I want to go into... We first saw you on TikTok with your sister
Yes.
doing your background singer videos.
Uh-huh.
Tell us a little bit about that and how it first started. What was the concept?
Yeah, because it's random.
Yeah.
Like, why did you think that?
So it's so random. Me and my little sister moved in with me, or moved into where I was living, or where we both live now, and we'd just been to see Muna, the band,
Okay.
in Bristol, and had the best night. And Elizabeth, my sister, had also lived abroad for about 4 years, so she'd like moved back, and that was like over COVID and everything. We really missed each other and everything. Anyway, she moved back into moved in where I was living. Super excited. We were just like having like the best gaggle time.
I feel like your relationship is so cute.
Yeah.
We're very
really like
close.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and very similar as well. But then
Okay.
actually also living together, we've realised our differences, but in like quite a good way. It's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
like
yeah.
because I feel like there's quite a big age gap, relatively. That's like 7 years.
Okay.
So
Okay.
like when I was like a teenage, when I was like 16, she was like 9, and we like didn't have much to like talk about.
Yeah,
And then when I was like 21, she was like 30. Do you know what I mean? It's quite a big
It's
age
only
gap to like
now.
not. So now we kind of knew we're both gay. We both have the same like kind of humor and like interests, but then like getting to know each other properly as like two adults has actually been really interesting, and like we've learned quite a lot about each other and how we're similar and different.
Cute.
Was that when she got to her late teens and to her early 20s where it was like...
We're
Yeah.
sisters. Basically, I was about 22 and she was about 15.
Oh, okay.
And we were like, she like sort of like made a joke, and I was like,
I see you.
You've grown up into a really
You're
cool
my
little girl.
girl.
Yeah, and then she came out when she was about. She came out to me, I think, when she was about 17,
Okay.
18. And I was like, oh, perfect. We have more in common.
Or less.
Or less. Yeah. Yeah. So then we were like painting the bed, like her new bedroom, and like just like drinking and having fun. And then I was listening to Stay Away by Muna, and it has like a funny little like background vocal on it. And I was like, oh, wouldn't this be funny if, there was like a dance to this and there was like background singers. And I was like, oh, do you want to just do it with me quick? We'll just like do it now. And she was like, oh yeah, I'll do it with you. And I was like, I really just thought it would be like the video that for the night or the day. I just didn't think it would be such a thing. And then by the next day, Muna had commented on the video, and we were like, "Oh my god, that's gone! The internet has really taken that to."
Did it explode almost like overnight?
It was
then?
pretty. Yeah, it was quite.
Okay.
It had quite a lot of views. I can't remember the exact one, but it was the fact that that Muna had seen it.
Yeah.
We were like, "Oh, that's."
We're famous.
Somehow the algorithm has like just sent it to the right phones. Sometimes on TikTok, like people go like, "I'm so glad TikTok has sent me this because it's like perfect."
Yeah.
And then, like,
We get the opposite.
Yeah, sometimes it gets sent out to the wrong. We're like,
They're like, why
very
is this
that-
gay shit on my phone? I'm like, well, that's your problem.
Yeah.
That's not our problem.
And you're like, I actually don't know TikTok. Why have you done this? Yeah.
Just wants to shade us,
Yeah.
basically.
So yes, and then and then I was like, oh, we should do a couple more because this has been fun and blah blah blah. And then, from like the second or third one, it was just like some of the most views that like I'd ever gotten on a video. And I was like, okay, you're part of this now.
You're mine.
we're in this together.
In it. So it came from like literally a stroke of just nothing.
Random idea. Let's just do it.
But I just don't understand like because it's such a random concept. Like,
Yeah.
but it works. Like that's what's so funny about it.
yeah.
Like you're just stood there, you're just like doing your like how do you know like that kind of movement or using that ad lib, like doing that ad lib is gonna be the one that people are like, haha, yeah.
Yeah, I've trained as a dancer and I was a choreographer for quite a few years, like before COVID. I still do a little bit, but like it's not really my like main thing. And I choreographed some background singers for about 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
You're in the know.
So like
Yeah.
we kind of, and like you kind of get used to like, how do you make this interesting for like the actual singers? How do you make it visually interesting without it being too distracting and sometimes they have a mic. So you kind of you can only like really use your hands like so many times, and like different shapes with your hands and stuff. So that's why I think it was maybe like in my brain to be like, oh, maybe I could do like some background singer choreography for this TikTok, and then as soon as we'd gotten into like the habit of like making the videos, I like would be listening to songs and be like, oh, that's a good. Little.
Would you know straight away when you heard us like we're doing this?
Yeah.
Okay,
And like you listen to a song, and as soon as it goes, like you can hear like a fun BV in the back. You're like, okay, we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
BV.
I keep having.
What does BV mean?
Yeah.
Oh, background vocal.
Oh,
yeah.
That's fine.
Anyways, cut that.
Yeah.
I keep thinking like Ariana Grande with her like.
She does so many layers.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Is there a reason you don't have mics?
Because just the when we first did it, like the mic stands that we used were like, it was like a broken ring light.
Right.
Like the first video, it's like a broken ring light with like the ring light broken off it.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like, I think it's a mop, honestly. Like it's like it's two like just dumb props.
I love it.
So then like my mum was a head teacher of a primary school, and like about 6 months into us making the content, she was like, I've got some actual mic stands. Do you want to use them? They're from like in the store cupboard at school.
Yeah.
So that's why we now have actual mic stands. But like the first video, it's literally like a broom and like a broken ring light. So
that's
like
fun.
I think that's why it works.
Yeah,
as well.
we like
It's
never
so
wanted
funny
to put too much. We never wanted to put like we always wanted it to look like you're just being stupid in your bedroom. Yeah.
And then it got big. And then you started getting like, what was the first moment that you found that you were having like actual people that you were
singing their songs.
And they were coming like when we saw Cynthia Erivo, we passed out.
I was like,
what the
Yeah.
hell?
Crazy.
that was
like-
wild. Yeah.
It's so nuts. The first message we got was for the Jonas Brothers,
Okay.
and I was actually away, So we got this message being like, hey, I'm from like this label, and like the Jonas Brothers are coming in to do content. They were doing like a content day with like a few creators. Do you want to do, you know, your content with them? And I was like, oh my God, I'm actually away on holiday. Like, and I was like away for like 2 weeks.
Oh,
And
no.
like, do you know what I mean? It wasn't like, I wasn't like in like
Be back in a couple
the
of days.
Cotswolds. Yeah. I was like away, and I was like, Liz, and also the Jonas Brothers, I do really like them, but they're like, for Elizabeth, who's like 7 years younger than me, like she was like in with the boys. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I literally was like, girl, I'm so sorry. Like, we've just been asked to do a video with the Jonas Brothers, and like, I'm in Japan. Like, and I've like saved up for this
sushi.
I've like saved up for this holiday. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not going. And then the guy at the label was like, no worries, I'm sure they'll be back again in a few months.
Okay.
Like, I'm sure we'll make it work then.
Okay.
And my little sister was so mad at me.
Yeah, I was
she was
gonna
like,
say.
what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, sorry, but like, and then I kind of like didn't think anything else would come from it. And I also didn't think there'd be.
Were you
more.
not gutted though? Like, I feel like that confidence of like, oh, it's fine, we'll say no, something else will come. I would be like, oh no, what if
I
nothing
feel
ever
like
comes?
that's more like you.
What, me just better fine?
Yeah, I feel like you
Oh.
have that. You'd be like, if we're doing something in that kind of way, you'd be like, oh, something else will come up.
Yeah,
I feel like
maybe
I'd
if I'm
be
going
the
to Japan.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
I feel so from being when I was auditioning for theatre, you like one of the things, like when you're auditioning, people are always like, you know, you can't go on holiday because what if you miss an audition? What if you miss an audition? And then you end up not doing anything with your life,
Right.
Because you're like always waiting for an audition. Then like, you know, some like for about 4 years, like, you know, bits and bobs came, but like nothing, you know, really happened. Then I remember once I like went on holiday, but again, that I'd like, you'd save up. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go because like I'm gonna live my life.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got there, literally, I remember I landed, and like my agent was like, "Oh, do you want to come and do this audition?" And I was like,
You guys.
"But you have to like release. You have to,
Yeah,
like,
you have to.
Do you release it?" So
Yeah.
I just was like, I think when that happened, I was like, the guy was like, they'll come round again, and I was like, okay, they'll come round again, like. And you kind of, and also I have a very like anxious brain, and like sometimes I really am trying to like, when people say something, like they sort of like, well, if they've said it will come round again, then it will come round.
Yeah, just
That's
trust
what
in
they've
the
said.
process.
Yeah. The evidence that they've shown you
Yeah.
is that it will come round again.
Yeah.
So
And did
that's
it?
what it is, and then it did. Yeah, so like literally like 2 months later or something, they were like,
okay, perfect. Yeah.
they were like, oh, the boys are back, but they're doing another content day. And I was like, yes, we're there. So that was the first video we did.
Were you nervous, like when you saw that, or did
Yeah.
you just like go into character straight away and you were like ready?
We were definitely really, really nervous. They're really nice.
Yeah.
And very like, hey. They're just like very like,
chilled.
let's do it. And I think it also helped as well because they're like quite on their TikTok vibe as well. Like they know, so they were like, okay, let's do this. And like, where's the camera gonna go? And they were like really up for it.
Okay.
So we felt like, great, we're gonna make a video all together. So yeah, that was amazing. Yes, that was the first one.
And what did it feel like when like, I'm gonna go back to Cynthia, I have to. Like how did that happen? Like
so Cynthia Erivo was her man. So usually I've reached out to a couple artists.
Okay.
A couple that I've like seen her in London or whatever, and then I've like shooted my shot.
Yeah.
both work.
Shot my shot with a few people.
Beyonce being on it?
Haven't been on.
Have you never reached out?
No, I feel.
Is that just because it's like not gonna
I
happen?
feel there's just I feel like she doesn't do any. She's like never online or
never,
anything.
yeah.
What if she says
What
yes?
if?
You could be the first.
She knows exactly where I am.
Babe,
You know
this is for
exactly
you.
where I am. But then usually it's like the label that reach out to us. They're like, oh, so-and-so's in town. They'd love to do some content. And we say yes to everyone. But yeah, it's been amazing. We always just think like we never could have predicted. Like I said, it like came from like a silly idea in like our my sister's bedroom. So like we like never could have predicted like this.
I know.
These things would have happened. It's
so
absolutely
cool,
mad.
Man. It's so
I love
cool.
it.
Yeah.
And like, do you spend a lot of time with them, or is it quite quick?
It depends. It depends
Okay.
because so some people are doing like a really busy day of loads of press and loads of content and loads of stuff, so that you might have like, sometimes we have like 5 minutes,
Right.
but then like sometimes we've spent like an hour and a half with someone.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
cute.
like with DANNII Minogue, we were like just chatting
Yeah.
for like ages,
Yeah.
and like we're sometimes being because we've done ones that are like, you have 5 minutes, like get it
You're like,
done.
oh, fuck.
So we're like, quick, and then we're like, okay. But then it's the like, I remember with DANNII Minogue, like she was so lovely and her team were lovely, and we'd like filmed the video, and again we'd had like half an hour before we filmed the video, and we were like, do you have? We can be quicker if you want. Like, and she was like, no, we're having a great time, and I was like, okay, great, we're having a great time.
Nice, though, I feel.
Yeah. And then afterwards we were just chatting, and then we sort of left after like having this like lunch date, pretty much.
It's so surreal.
And me and Elizabeth were like, we were just with her for like an hour and a half. That was so nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, it depends. So sometimes we're always prepared to be very quick because
You never know.
we've been quick before.
Yeah.
But then like sometimes it relaxes and like
Yeah.
and you have more time, which is nice.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
I love that. And I like we were talking about the relationship with your sister.
Uh-huh.
And is your family quite close as well? Like, are you guys?
We are. My parents are lovely, and then we've got an older sister as well. Me and the thing is with me and my little sister
Yeah.
is that we're like super similar, like in humor and like interests and stuff. And then we have like a shared experience of both being queer, and I feel like no matter how much the rest of our family try and understand, we're like, you'll just never get it. Like I love, like, you'll just never get what it's like to be children in this family that are gay.
Yeah.
I can imagine you saying that. To
Yeah,
your
yeah,
parents.
yeah. So like sometimes my mum's like, you don't alienate your older sister, and we're like, we don't. We're just
She's so hetero.
talking about gay stuff. Well, yeah, or like we're just talking about something else.
Yeah. How was coming out to the family?
It was God, it was a very long time ago now. It was good. My family are quite religious, so it definitely had some teething moments, which were tough, and I think were almost I'm not going to say self-inflicted, but like were in my own head, because obviously if you go to like church every Sunday and like you're told like, FYI, don't be gay.
Yeah.
And then you're like, as you're growing up, you're like,
FYI, I am.
yeah. So I think that was like a real like hard process for me, because since you're like tiny, you're told like of hell, and you're told of like all this stuff, and then suddenly you're like, oh shit, that's me then. I guess I'm going to hell. And so that was a tough thing. And then so like my mum and my sister are still quite religious. My dad and me and my little sister are not. But it's it's all fine now, and we've all and it wasn't like a huge problem to begin with. It was just like, this isn't quite
And
what
it takes a bit of time
we
as
were going for. And not well in God's plan or whatever. But then you kind of go like, well, this is the reality that we're faced with. So yeah, and then like all like extended family and everything like that was all they're not bothered. I think they're everyone's. And also it's kind of crazy. Like I think the first person in like my like extended family, and well, I mean, to my knowledge, unless I'm being really main character here, like the first person in my like extended family, and then like one of the first people like in like family friends and things like that. And then like I feel like in the last 10-15 years, like loads of people have come out, and I'm like,
really?
See,
You're a
like
pioneer.
yeah.
That was me.
or like older like extended families. I'm like, I think you're bi. And like, you know what I mean? Me and my sister are like, she's definitely bi.
Oh,
But
I love
she's
doing
definitely a lesbian, but she's just married to a man now.
Yeah,
It's
she can't
fine.
leave right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
I
we
love
get
that.
it. Like, do
Yeah.
it. But like, we're always like, they're giving bi vibes.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
Yeah. I always
That's
do that
literally
with
you.
the family in Jordan specifically, because they're like Arab and like conservative, and we'll just sit there and we'll look at like a cousin who's married, and we're like, gay.
Yeah. Like,
I mean, we just look at each other.
yeah.
Is anyone going to out? No.
No.
Do you use any of your upbringing or coming out or any of that experience in your stand-up then?
I have, yes. So my last show, was called Girl for All Seasons, and it was basically about being not even just gay, but being like girl, like one of the girls, like all my friends, like when being at school and being like the one boy in reception who was like sat with the girls,
right?
And like again, and then even as you're older, like going to dancing, being like the only boy with like surrounded by girls, and like always gravitating to being sort of girlier in inverted commas.
Yeah.
So, and then again, like I think when like my parents have like a lot of sort of couple friends that are all obviously well, not obviously, I'm telling you for the first time, but they're all hetero, and then like almost all the children of like my parents' close friends are all heterosexual. So I think, and like my dad played sport with like all of those men, and then like all the sons were all sporty, like apart from me.
Right.
So like I think I felt very just like I don't even feel that different compared to like humans, but like just in these scenarios that I'm being put in, I'm being made to feel like, I'm suddenly feeling like a freak because like I don't understand how I remember being like, how can you all kick this ball and I just can't? Like I remember, do you know what I mean? Because I'd like try and play football and then like I'd kick it and it'd go like that way.
Yeah.
But I'd be like, when did you learn this? Like I don't understand. Like
private meetings.
when did you like? No one actually told me how to do this, but like you all can do it and love it. Like what the fuck?
Why do you love it so much?
I don't understand.
Yeah,
Why do you love
thrown
it?
as like the goalie.
Yeah.
You can be the ref.
Yeah. So and then there's like some funny moments like from my parents when I was like quite small, when they were like, if I was playing with Barbies and like they were like, you can't play with them, and I was like, I'm not playing with them, I'm just brushing their hair.
Oh,
like,
you're so cute.
So I used to like take my sister's Barbies and just like brush their hair, and I'd be like, I'm not playing with them, like. I'm making them look hot. Do you know what I mean? So like little things like that.
I'm not a hairdresser, I'm a barber.
Exactly. Yeah. Do you remember the salon? It was on like Channel 4.
No.
And there was like it was like a reality show set in a salon, and like
Fun.
I've forgotten what he's called, but the main guy was like he was like a hairstylist, but he was like he was straight, but like quite like flamboyant, yeah. Wore like silky shirts, whatever. I'm him. I can't remember his name. Paul someone. I don't know. Anyways, so yeah, I have taken inspo from because I feel like when you're trying to like write jokes and like your experiences, like I feel like if you're a queer person, like you're coming out and like you're becoming who you are, is like it's like the inevitable. Like what else am I gonna fucking talk about? Like, come on. So that's been good. I feel like it's funny. I use a lot of my family and my friends in my stand-up. And like sometimes I'm like, oh, by the way, there's a joke about you. Sorry.
I was gonna say
before they come, I'm like, oh yeah, that story.
Sorry.
That time you like were sick on a night out. Sorry, that's in the show.
When you shut yourself,
Yeah.
Do you get nervous before you go on stage?
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I mean a lot of the time. I sort of when I started doing stand up, I was like, I really want to do this.
Okay.
And I'm really excited to do it. So I tried to like channel the nerves and be like, you're excited.
Oh,
does that work?
Because it did for my first gig. It really did.
Okay.
Because I was getting a bit like, and I was like, don't be like, if you want this to be like what you do for your job, then like be excited. Don't like let. And it was actually like I actually am really proud of myself because I feel it was like a real like. I felt like I was really like coaching myself.
Yeah.
In a when previously I would have let my anxiety just be like, "You're right. What's going on?"
Yeah.
I literally was like, "No. This is not. This is exciting. This is going to go well." And it like went quite well and everything. But no, you can get sometimes when you're in like a new comedy club or like a new space or like you get a glimpse at you don't quite know what the audience is going to like be like or what vibe they are. Sometimes it can be like. Oof, I'm really nervous.
Yeah.
But it is more exciting than anything else.
Okay.
I would say.
I was gonna say, like, did you pick up on your sister, or did your sister pick up on you being like gay, or like did either of you kind of know beforehand before you told each other, or was it a surprise?
I can imagine. I don't know if she's ever told me this. I can imagine my sister picked up on me.
Right.
Because like. It wasn't very.
It's like, girl.
wasn't super like hard to process. No, yeah, like I think like I obviously was like quite effeminate and quite like camp and went to dancing and all this kind of stuff that like would lend itself to a stereotype of someone who might be gay.
Yeah.
So, but then also I guess I was her big brother and she didn't know any different. So like,
Yeah.
maybe she didn't clock on as much. But I told her when she was about 13 or like 12 or 13, and I told her. She was like, okay. And then I didn't really think she was. Again, like with the stereotype, she was like very, very sporty. But then lots of girls I knew were really, really sporty. That was the only thing that like was like, you could now look back and be like, maybe she was a hockey goalie, but like she was tall and like sport, and that was like loads of girls in my school like played netball and like played football and like all that. So like when she told me, actually she was about 17, and she was like, oh yeah, I've like dated a girl for like the last like year and a half. And in my head I was like, that's really young, like don't like. And then I was like, hang on, you were like 16 kissing a boy, so like I'm sure she knows I'm sure she knows exactly who she is and like what she likes and what she wants. I had to like really check myself. I remember that. But I feel like when it's like your little sibling, you're like, and then also that's also must be what your parents feel like. They just must be like, like what you like, just like, what do you mean? You're just like this little person that you've created, and you're like, you know, it might be like just anything that your kid must come out with must be a shock.
Or like protectiveness.
Yeah.
100%.
What? Okay, let's get a little bit juicy.
Okay.
We probably should have prepped you for this actually, because now you're going to be like, I can't think of anything. Take your time. We are very good at cutting and editing. He is very good at that. Boys.
Yeah.
What was your experiences like? What was your like kind of awkward moments, awkward dates, like those kind of embarrassing stories? Do you have any that you're willing to share?
What from like early days?
Yeah. Well, whatever's
or
like
never.
And then are you in a relationship now?
I am, yes.
Okay, and it has been long term. We'll get into that, but it's been long term.
We're nearly at a year.
Okay.
Which for me is long term.
Okay, so dating before that, like in general, like
Yeah.
Is there any like funny stories that you can remember that you're happy to share?
There must be. I remember being like going to college. So I went to musical theatre college at 18, and I like came from like a place where there was like, I remember like there was like one other gay person at like another secondary school like across this town. And I remember being like finding his like or just like looking at his like MySpace and being like, do I message him, like just because he's like the only other gay person in the whole fucking
world.
So it was like nothing when I was at school. Well, actually, there was a guy in my ear, but like you have like no choice, isn't that? Like, and then I remember going to musical theatre college like in London and just being like, what the hell, like suddenly everyone and like there was like maybe 35 boys in my year, and I think there was like I think there was like 8 straight, no, it was maybe like 10 straight guys, so maybe like 15 gay boys out of like, my maths is fucking wrong. There was a lot of gay boys in my year, and then like even by the end of the year, like 10 of the straight guys had come out. So like, and like it just was like so amazing to be like, look at, there's like loads of us. And like, I think, you know, there's suddenly I had like 6 other gay, I say boys only because we were like 18, but like gay men. I even don't consider myself a man now. Like whenever someone says like sir to me, I'm always like, you've got the wrong person.
It feels like.
Do you have any younger people in your life, like nephews, nieces, or any cousins that are young?
I've got some young cousins. I don't see them all the time, but why?
Because when they say, like, when a young kid, like, let's say from 5 to 10, whatever, go, oh, that man said this. I'm like, how dare you?
And I'm like, insult.
I know. What are you talking about? Who are you talking to?
Not me.
Someone said to me, young man, the other day, which I thought like young, thanks. But then I was like, man. I was like, that doesn't feel right at all. So yeah, I just remember and then we used to, so I remember being like, suddenly I was around like, I had like, you know, 5 or 6 gay boys to be like, you know, I was like, oh my God, I'm in like a group, like there's like more of us, and like which was so nice, and it felt so like you could really like. I'm really grateful to go to like for that to be like my further education uni experience, like 18 to 21, because it felt like almost very like nourishing to be around like lots of people who were like similar to you in that sense.
And just get it.
Yeah, and we didn't have to go to like, I remember like my friends went to like an actual uni. And they had, there'd be like an LGBT society, all this kind of stuff, which is obviously great, but like it felt really amazing to be in the norm.
Yes.
Like it was like very like,
yeah.
like there'd be like, the straight boys were the minority, and like
Never been in that environment.
Yeah, so like,
except like pride in that, but yeah.
Yeah, so like, but then again, it wasn't like a it was like our day to day. Like
Yeah,
we're going
just
to uni.
standardly.
We're going. Yeah, this is so like, and I think my little sister has always said like, like I've still got that group of like all friends, girls as well, but like particularly like my like sisters, like my gay like boyfriends, like we're all still friends now, and it felt like we became like a real like it's nice that that's like carried us through, and like I've always had like a group of like gay people that have been my like friends, whereas like my little sister I know has been like, sometimes she's been like, I don't know any lesbians, like where are they, like I just haven't met any, or like she's not been, but then she's that was earlier, she's like found her
tribe or whatever.
Her chosen family now. But like when she was like but in her early 20s, she was like, I just don't know where to find, like I haven't like hung out with like a group of lesbians yet. And I was like, oh fuck, I'd like took it for granted maybe being in like such an environment of like there was like lots of us, and like people dated more than others, people went out more than others, people were more exuberant or more what's the word?
Extrovert.
Okay. Like some of them were more some of us more extroverted than others, and some of us like had loads of sex and some of us didn't. Like so it was like, it was kind of nice to be like around like loads of gay, like 20 gay like 18 to 24-year-olds that were like all different. So I think that was a very like nourishing experience. Anyway, my story is like I remember like we used to go to like Heaven like every Saturday. And like like me and my friend would like play like a competition of like how many like random men can you like kiss. I was gonna say snog then.
I thought you were gonna say suck.
Maybe. So we did that, which was fun. Like I feel like that was really fun, like just running around London, like Soho from like 18 to like 20, like 2 or 3, just being like stupid.
It's the perfect
just
age
having a good
as
time.
well.
Perfect age. Dating stories. I did just message a guy. I was talking to a guy on an app, well, like a year and a half ago. I was talking to a guy on an app, and then talking to what I thought was him on another app. But I was talking to his identical twin on another app.
Oh, wow.
So many things there. Twins that are both gay.
Twins that are both gay, that are fully identical, that
and
need
they're
to
both
put,
into you.
by the way,
I have a twin.
you might be talking to my twin.
Yeah, that's crazy. How did you figure that out?
So I was like, I think I was like carrying on the conversation from the other app on this app.
Oh no.
And like I think we like chatted on Grindr, which was obviously like a certain certain things came up on that app that like wouldn't come up on Hinge.
Right.
So then I think I was talking to him on Hinge, being like, LOL.
Great.
Like we already covered that or something, or whatever. And he was like, what? And he was like, you might have been talking to my brother. And I was like, I remember being like, are you joking?
Yeah, I would have thought he was joking.
Yeah. And he was like, oh no, like I have an identical twin. And I was like, well, that's something that you should have led with.
Yeah, literally. Tell me so I don't make a fool of myself.
Yeah.
I thought there was a story of yours. I'm going to embarrass you now. But I think you've shared it publicly, so hopefully. Of you, I think, breaking up with a guy and then wanting to prove your love to him.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
That to me read anxiously attached.
Missed it.
Oh my God, but we were so, like, that was a crazy time.
Right.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want me to tell the story again?
Go on.
Yeah, I'm not. I loved it.
Basically, I was dating this guy. He was lovely. it was just coming out of lockdown, so I feel like just everyone's emotions were like fucked.
Yeah.
And again, I was being like quite well, he would say I was being quite like
Right.
avoidant with him, but I thought I was being totally normal. Like I was like, this is like everything's chill, like whatever. And then it turned out that like it wasn't really working for him, and we broke up, and had like 4 or 5 like meetups to like do the breakup, but like I was just crying the whole time. So like we'd meet like outside his work, like in a park, and like we'd meet for an hour, and I'd cry for an hour, and like not be able, it was so crazy, and not be able to like speak. So then like he was like, okay, cool, like do you want to meet tomorrow, like when you can actually get some words out? And I was like, yeah. And then like it would be like the next day, like it was anyway. Then I was like, I can't even remember what I remember not being able to speak because I was like so emotional. Yeah. And he was amazing about it. He literally could have said like, go away, like we're broken up, but he like was very, very kind and very like
let you have your
let
space.
me be emotional.
Yeah.
I think because I think I'd been avoidant for like literally 10 years. And then suddenly I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Anyway, he was in a show in the West End, and I was like, basically in the afterwards of the breakup, I was like, oh my god, like I never saw you in the show, like like I never saw you, and like I thought to help me get over it, I would go and see him in the show
Without him knowing.
But I was like, because I was like, it's for me. Like, what did I expect?
Do I love this? Because I would do this. Yeah, that's why I love this
I was like,
story,
it's for me, like, to go and process. Like, because he was cover the lead in the show.
Okay.
So then I went on a day when usually he would be on.
Yeah.
And I was like, again, like, I took myself there. And I didn't tell any of my friends because obviously, like,
They
I
took
knew
you
that
out
they'd
of
be
it.
like, what the fuck are you doing?
They took you out. He like straight away was like, they took you out of it. Do it.
Yeah,
mate.
yeah. Anyway, I got there and sat down, red wine, like expensive ticket, like, you know, best part of 100 quid of a ticket. And then like the lead is revealed at the end of the opening number. So I like watched the opening number, and then like the guy playing the lead came forward, and it was not my ex. It was like another one. And my ex was on holiday. And I literally like, I'm not really like religious anymore, but I actually looked up to the heaven and I went, you got me. I went, okay, all good, loud and clear.
Yeah.
Loud
Did he
and
ever
clear.
find out?
Yeah, I texted him.
Okay, you did.
I texted him. I was like, I think I texted him being like, lol, like. And he was like, oh my God, no, what are you doing there? And he was like, I'm in Portugal. And I was like, LOL, I'm at your show.
Was he not like, oh my God, you're stalking me? Or did he
No,
just...
he was really sweet.
Oh.
He was just like, I was just like, oh, I came to... And he was like, oh, I'm not there. And I was like,
I know.
You're not, no. And then I think I think I was like, it'd be great to see you when you're home. And he was like, maybe. But like, no, he was really sweet.
That's really sweet.
And really, really nice. But yeah, that was, And that really was a good time to like, snap me out of it.
How did you meet your current partner?
On Hinge.
Did you?
On Hinge.
Is he the twin?
Yeah, both of them.
yeah.
Couple.
I
Yeah.
feel like you're the anxiously attached one.
I'm usually quite avoidant.
Are you?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Can
Is
I
your
t-
partner anxiously attached? You say?
No, I would say this is like I think the best relationship I've ever been in, and I think we're both pretty. What's the good one?
Secure.
Secure.
That.
I was like unavoidantly unanxious. I would say we're both pretty secure.
In this relationship.
In this
oh,
one.
nice.
Yeah.
How did you get? Was it like that from the get-go?
But I also think we're both quite avoidant.
right.
That's actually true. We're both quite avoidant that have like sort of been like, oh, we need to make a little bit more effort with each other to then like meet in the middle and be. And I think we give each other like enough space, but then also want as much attention from each other as we give each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. At one point, he was like in the start, he like would never like text goodnight. He just like would fall asleep.
Okay.
And like I don't need like good night, sweet dreams, forever, blah blah blah. Like I don't need loads,
Yeah.
but like I would love to know that like the conversation's over. Like, oh, we done? Like, okay, cool.
Where did you go?
Yeah. So I was like, hi, could you let me? And like he wouldn't like if he was like out, I'd be like, hey, I think I'm gonna need to know like just when you get home, and I think I'm gonna need to know like when you're going to sleep.
Yeah.
And it does, and it needs to.
Right.
All it needs to be is like night.
Yeah.
But like that, I was like, I think I'm gonna need to know that. And he was like, got it. Okay,
Fair.
cool. And then
Do you not read too much into text messages and like how amount of kisses or emojis you use?
No.
You don't do any of that. What a lovely life you must lead.
No, because usually people I think are reading into mine quite a lot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you just send it and then it's like done? Like you're not.
Yeah, and
Or
I think
with them, you're not
I think
really-
with my I've taken like things. I can take things quite literally. So like if you go like, oh, can we do this, 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 and this, and this, and I'll say sounds good, which I mean that sounds good.
That's that.
Whereas I think some people
It's like
have
you're,
been
you're
like,
dismissive.
oh,
yeah.
like, like
Are we doing
good?
this? Are we
Like,
not?
good's
Like-
not good enough, and I'm like,
Yeah,
no, I
yeah.
said sounds good,
Yes.
or I said yeah,
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
I said yes.
What more do you want?
Yeah, but people have been like, oh, but do you really want? And I've been like, yes. So then sometimes, but then in the same way, like I take what people say very like literally.
Right, got you.
So like, I was with someone who was like very emotional, you know, who was like very expressive in messages, and he would use like quite expressive, like descriptive, and like, I would say quite high intense words.
Okay.
So like if he would be like, I'm devastated, I'd be like, oh my God,
But
you're
really
devastated.
He's just like,
but he's like a bit like pissed off.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
So then I'd be
okay.
like, oh my God, he's devastated. Like, fuck, like he's like
I'm on my
crying
way.
on the kitchen
Yeah, yeah,
floor.
Yeah.
Whereas like if I said I'm devastated, I'd be
Devastated.
the word. Yeah. Whereas I'd be
Right,
like,
okay.
oh, I'm annoyed. Do you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't.
Oh God.
So like
Okay,
I took, so like we weren't really, that was one of like our things, because I would take whereas he'd be like very expressive, and then I would like take his expressive words and be like, oh my God, he's
Really feeling. that.
really like,
Yeah.
and then I'd meet him and he'd be like, hey, and I'd be like, I thought you were devastated.
You don't look at.
Cry more.
Yeah, and he'd be like, oh no, like, no, yeah, I was annoyed, but I'm fine now. And I'd be like,
wow.
devastated is a really big word.
Let me show you
Yeah,
what it
devastated,
means.
look at the dictionary.
Yeah.
So, but I think with me and my current boyfriend, we're like the same level of like, communication. Like it's like the same. It's like really met.
He's
I
quite literal
feel
as
we've
well.
really met each other where we are at
That's
the right
good,
time
yeah.
with like the same energy,
Yeah.
which is really really nice.
The reason why I think can I share why I thought you were anxious?
I'm incredibly anxious in like all other
aspects of my life.
all other aspects. My friends, I'm so anxiously attached with my friends.
Oh,
That's cute.
yeah.
No, it's not.
No, it's
No?
not.
They're
No,
like,
it's not healthy,
no,
is it?
no. I'm like, no.
That's
I'll be like, I'm literally, I'm the. Are you mad at me, friend? And like, my friends of 20 years would be like, why would I be mad at you? Like,
Yeah.
you've done
That's
nothing.
interesting.
Yeah.
Avoidant in relationship, but yeah, I guess
I'm a little bit like.
you overthink friendships.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
That's
said that in a
interesting.
weird way. Like, have I? You still love me? Like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of like
Am I
that.
pissing you off? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay.
And
interesting.
I've had to stop asking my friends
Oh, bless you.
because
so cute.
no,
though.
because like my friend Ali from school, like when we were like 17, 18, like every time I got drunk, I'd be like, I love you. Do you love me?
Yeah.
And like she would be like, yes, like go, like
Leave me
yes,
alone.
I love you. Like fuck off. I'm trying to like get with this guy or like whatever. Do you know what I mean? And
cock
I
blocking
remember
me.
one time she was like, what have I done to like make you think that like I don't love you?
Yeah,
Like we're friends. Like,
Yeah.
and I'd be like, I don't know. Like, I think I was just like so happy to like find like. I don't know. I feel like as I came out or whatever, or realized who I was like so happy for like
Yeah.
to have people around me that like got me or wanted to be around me, whatever. And then yeah, my friend Tegan, like at one point she went, "What would you have done?" Like she's like, "You've been my best friend for 15 years. Like I'm not gonna get mad at you.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna fall out with you, and I'm like for nothing
Yeah.
because you made like a funny comment or whatever."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "You're right." So like, but I still like lose sleep. Like with certain friends, I'm like, oh my God, like she looked at me funny. and she hates me.
I so get
But
that,
I've had
honestly.
to talk myself. I've learned to sort of talk myself down to be like, you cannot ask her. Are you mad at me?
Yeah, you don't need that validation. That's the thing.
Yeah, like you do not ask her. Are you mad? Like you might sit here and drive yourself crazy for the evening. Do not ask them.
Yeah.
Are you mad at me?
Chat GPT instead.
Yeah, because they're not, and they're adult enough to probably say,
Yeah.
"Hey, you pissed me off."
You probably have to trust that. Maybe you've had experiences where people have been passive aggressive rather than communicating it to you. That might be it. But you have to just like learn to let those, because it's like any anxious thought, isn't it? It's just a thought. You have to kind of just ride it out and like wait for it to settle.
Yeah.
Because the more you ask, the more they're gonna be. And then I knew you were pissed off.
Yeah.
You're like, no, you just pissed me off.
So sometimes I nip it in the bud and go, "Sorry if that comment came across wrong," and then they'll be like, "It didn't," and I'll be like, "Cool." But then sometimes I let it slip. But then
that's nice.
with my friend Josh in particular, I like, because we like bicker, we're like bickery, like sort of like sisters, and then he gives it as good or as me, but then I'm always the one to be like, "Oh my god, sorry for like what I said like when we were like being silly earlier," and he's like, "I forgot like what what do you mean?"
Yeah.
And I remember like I've sent him voice notes and he's been like, "Have you been thinking about that all day?" And I've been like, "Yep." And he's like, "Okay, it's fine. Like we've been friends for 20 years. Like I'm not gonna so anyway."
And it's good because they know you as well, so they know you're gonna overthink.
but it is so
they don't care
annoying.
about it.
It is, but like I feel like I get that. I have friends and a partner that overthinks, and I feel like I then nip it in the bud for them. So I have a friend that I help out a lot, like with that kind of stuff, because she helps me out with my like anxieties. And if we have a conversation, and I'll be like, she's gonna think that what she's asked me is like rude or selfish or whatever. So I'm gonna say that was not selfish, that was not rude. It was fine to ask that question. I'm just busy right now. Like I'll just say that straight away, so that she's not there then like thinking about it and being like, oh my god, he's annoyed with me, because I know how that looks, because I don't feel that way. I can give a shit about anyone outside of my family, like I don't care, but like I know he does. So then I'm like, oh, I don't like that, so I'm gonna help like this person not feel that way. Thank you for sharing. So I'm just very aware of the time.
I know, annoying. I wish I didn't have to go.
I know. I love this chat. Anything you wanna plug?
I'll be in Edinburgh for a couple of weeks in August.
Oh, fun.
And then check out my podcast, stay hydrated, and follow me for any more live stuff and all announcements coming there. But
Christopher Hall.
Christopher Hall.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.